Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z-Bird Zidizzo. With me, as always, I've got my man to the left of me, medium-sized cock Rosado.
What's up? What's up?
Clap it up for him, Big Shules.
About time.
And then my main man, 9.5 toe Anthony Shuley.
Yeah. How's it going, boys?
Teamwork makes the dream work. How was your boys' weekend?
It was good. I didn't do anything, so
That's a good weekend.
Yeah, it was just nice and relaxing, buddy. Did you get into anything?
Of course I did. Well, mostly everyone who listens to the podcast probably sees me on social media, and I started getting golf lessons, which actually got my score from like a 140 down to a 120, which is still pretty terrible. But
it's better though. It's an upgrade.
It was like $50, and like after I got the lesson, it's like you can't wait to go out and golf with a motherfucker. You know what I mean? You're like, wait till they see me now. And so we go golfing Sunday. We go with my buddy Tommy and Brad. And we go out to Pheasant Ridge, which I don't recommend to anyone. It's a dog shit golf course. It's like golfing in a bowling alley. That's how like thin the lanes are. But dude, I go to wind up and I'm like, Tommy, I want you to videotape this. I'm gonna put it in slow motion and post this shit. So I go and I crack the ball. But anyone who knows golf could tell right away. Like I fucking shot it off into the woods. You know what I mean?
You hit it off the toe of the club.
You gotta get that arm straight, babe.
So I was like, but dude, like, I got some golfing this weekend, watched a bunch of football. Steelers came through. That was fucking awesome. They busted up Drew Lock, but that other dude came in. He didn't do bad. Their backup.
Yeah, that Driscoll, he looked good. He had him in the game. He completed a lot of clutch passes.
He didn't look bad at all.
Right.
And then I think they just signed Blake Bortles because Lock must be
fucked up.
Dude,
hurt.
He lit him up pretty good. Who hit him? Was that
Bud Dupree? I don't know if it was Bud Dupree.
No, it was 55. Who's the young linebacker? Bush, I think, hit him.
Yeah, so, I mean, dude, the Steelers look good. They ended up getting a win. So, to me, I'm like, it's good. Yeah, it wasn't probably their best game of all time, but I was happy with it. And, like, Rosado, I know he had to be somewhat happy for James Conner getting him all them fantasy points.
Yeah, on his bench.
Yeah.
He wasn't on my bench.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, I started 2 Steelers running back. That's not normal.
Started Benny Snell in.
I thought you had him on the bench because I seen Benny Snell in.
No, my team's a mess.
No match.
It's a mess, dude. I went golfing early Sunday. By the time there was a frost delay, so by the time I got home, the game's already started.
Yeah.
And Benny Snell and James Conner, I had them both in there.
What I want to know is how did you like come out in the first 3 minutes and now you got rushed for 106 yards?
Well, dude,
Come on, Twinkle Toes. Like,
he broke like a 70-yarder at the end of the game to put him over.
That's what gave him.
Oh yeah, it was 69-yard run. But still, he looked better. He didn't go down on first contact every fucking.
You know what they did though in that run? They gave him a fucking fullback. What's up with the fullback?
What? I mean, like, yeah, dude, that fullback helps. It definitely seems like every time we ran the ball and the fullback was in there, the run was better. So it's like, take one of them wide receivers out, keep the fullback in there, even if it's like, oh, it's a dead giveaway for a run. Well, then set up the play action with it.
Right, yeah. I like, yeah.
Or do like, the best thing is when they know you're going to run it, and you run it anyway, and they can't fucking stop you. With a fullback, that's the kind of football, hard-nosed football you play.
Right, they want to have 4 wide receivers and hand it to
Chase Claypool, though, huh? 84 years old.
I know, he was on my bench. If he wasn't on my bench, I would have beat you with the worst team. I would have beat
points. You have like 80
no, I had
points.
117. And if I had Claypool in there, I would have won. Dude, I had more people on my team put up 0.5 points or 0 in the history. I might have set a record in Yogi's league.
Dude, we shout out to moving on. Shout out to Greenfield Mike McCarthy, Cowboys with the fucking comeback of the year. I had the Cowboys in like a weird 5-team parlay and it ended up hitting because I turned it off. Like I stopped looking at it, and then I went over. It was like Dino's birthday party over Nana's. Went over to kick it with them and checked my phone, and it was like you just won $200 from this like weird 5-team parlay. The Cowboys came back, dude. So shout out to fucking Greenfield Mike for never giving up.
I must have listened to last week's podcast.
Quitting his team.
No,
he was like, I got to pull this out for Z-Bird.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, you know what time it is, boys? Looks like it's Espolon time. Espolon Tequila, the official tequila of the Greenfield's Finest Podcast. The boys are getting ready to hammer a shot.
No lemons this week. Thanks for
no lemons. Just straight tequila.
Just hot tequila.
Hot, warm tequila.
But it's so good it tastes delicious.
Take it down, my friends. Dude, moving on, like, we're just going to talk about this real quick. So I watched a football game last night. Gruden is a fucking maniac. And, like, I just love the way Gruden looks. And, like, if you really look in Gruden's eye, he looks like the type of dude that would go to Yesterday's, give some older chick a bump, for a swinger in the bathroom and come out and splat all of his boys up like big girls do it better. Like he just looks
dude, I can see that. Yeah, I can see him running around with the high fives everywhere.
He looks like he likes to party.
He's a high energy guy.
Yeah,
I don't know where that energy comes from, but
right, like he looks like he could be at yesterday's one night.
Sure.
I think I know where the energy comes from.
Yeah, they had a pretty big win over New Orleans.
That was huge. That game.
Who didn't like? Who saw that coming?
No.
Derek Carr, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
That's your guy.
No. I'm just saying, like in general, dude.
No, yeah, but
who would have picked the fucking Raiders over the Saints?
I don't think hardly anyone.
I don't know what the spread was. Or anything.
5.
Was it 5?
Yeah, I think it was 5, and then it went to 4, and then like that makes you think when something like that happens. You're like, as soon as it drops like that, you're like, dude, something's going on.
Who's hurt?
It wasn't even though it was hurt.
But that's what you think, you know.
But you got to think in your head. That was wasn't thinking of this. It was the first game they were ever having at this thing. The team was probably so pumped up for the game. They were probably, we can't lose this game. It's our first game in our new stadium.
The stadium's unreal.
Stadium's unfucking real, dude. Vegas is just going to be such a major destination spot for games. I mean, you got Vegas for one. I mean, that's all you really need. But you got the fucking probably the nicest stadium in the NFL.
Well, then everybody that. Out of town team, all their fans will be like, dude, let's go to Vegas.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Game. You know what
Steeler
I mean?
fans will go
travel
pretty
like
much
a
anywhere.
motherfucker, yeah.
They love the West Coast. People from Steelers always travel to West Coast games, like when they were in San Diego and shit like that. They love going out there. Dude, that's pretty awesome though. But I don't know. And moving on, we're getting out of the sports now. You guys see that this weekend? That dude videotape. They had like a baby, kind of like duct taped to like a trapeze thing, and then set him in this thing so it looked like the baby was water skiing, and they were like pulling him on a boat. And I'm just like watching this, and I'm like, and the baby's water skiing, but the boat's going fast enough that the baby can stay up. But like, I guess it's his dad or his uncle or someone's like kind of holding him, but he's like laughing the whole time, like, dude, look at him go. The baby's water skiing. When I say it was a baby, I mean it was a fucking baby. You know what I mean?
Infant.
No, it was. I would say
It's like,
no more than 10 months old.
yeah, I would say
Jesus Christ, you're talking like a newborn then.
The baby was like positioned, like it couldn't stand on its own, but it was positioned, literally like taped onto this thing so it couldn't move. The baby just looked scared shitless.
Where is CYS in this situation?
Dude, the fucking comments on it were the best. Like, that baby's a legend. That baby has the biggest dick ever. And then people like come in like with the
fun
party,
police,
the anti-fun police come in and they're just like, "Where's CYS? That's dangerous. That baby could have got hurt." Like, I get the fact.
I'm making a citizen's arrest.
Right. I get it. The baby could have got hurt, but it didn't, and that's a fucking awesome video. But the one dude was like, yeah, I'm kind of impressed, but not as impressed as when I seen the squirrel water skiing. And he posted that video. I'm like, dude, the squirrel water skiing versus the baby, like, I'm kind of like Team Squirrel on that.
Yeah, I like the squirrel.
I mean,
too.
he had way better control. You know what I mean? He looked like he enjoyed it.
The baby was stiff because the baby was like harnessed.
Well, when you're duct taped to something, you're stiff.
Yes, I'm like, dude, that was like the greatest. But there's like, we got like a few crazy relationship stories this week, and we're gonna get started off with this one. So this was like an issue they posted on Reddit. What had happened is, it was a man, he's 28 years old, his wife is 24, they live at his parents' house. She's letting them stay there. They're staying there, and he says at the beginning that she's very anti-sugar for the kids. Doesn't want the kids to have any sugar. But he's living in this house with her mother, his stepdad, and not only that, his half-brother lives there, who's like 12 years old, who's allowed to have sugar. So the stepfather comes back to the house with Krispy Kreme donuts for everybody, lays them down. The 12-year-old's eating them. The mother tells her kid, the 3-year-old, no, don't touch the donuts. The 3-year-old throws a fucking tantrum, because what 3-year-old doesn't want a donut? You know what I mean? Watch everyone enjoy his delicious, you know what I mean? Fire on that.
Especially Krispy Kremes are on point.
On point, dude. So she freaks out so bad. They're living there. She goes, I can't live in this house. We have to leave. And now this dude is homeless over these donuts. And I'm like, dude, there's got to be a point where you got to have some type of backbone to be like, listen, I understand you're mad about this fucking donut, but us sleeping under the bridge next to TL isn't the answer.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little bit worse for your health than it's
a shelter over your head is a little bit more important than your kid freaking out on sugar once in their fucking life, dude.
Dude, for me, I've lived with like other people, and like you have to understand when you're living with other people, you kind of like gotta be extra. You need to be extra polite and be grateful they're letting you stay there. And like you know, what I mean, you gotta like sort of like let shit slide. I could see if he was like grabbing your wife's ass or doing something fucked up, but to bring the kids donuts and have her snap like that,
he didn't give the kids a bump, dude. It's a fucking donut,
dude.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, the non-sugar parents and the sugar parents, that's like a pretty heavy situation.
They're like warring factions.
Dude, I remember Misha came over to my house for Christmas Eve, and he never gave his kid sugar. I didn't know. So, like, this kid's like 3 or 4 years old, and, like, you know, he's like bumbling around. I'm like, here, dude, you want these cookies? There's a whole tray over here. Get at it.
Help yourself.
Yeah, and Dinah's like, his wife's like, oh, wow, he's eating a cookie. I'm like, yeah, you know. She's like, wow. She's like, that's his first one.
what?
I'm like, huh.
Well, guess what? He's going to run around for a while, then he's going to crash.
right. But yeah, like the anti-sugar people take that shit pretty seriously because you know your kids do get addicted to it. But me growing up, I mean, I ate as much sugar as I want.
Dude, I used to drink Kool-Aid like
yeah,
like
Kool-Aid, pop, yeah, as much pop like
fucking Kool-Aid was the best.
But like there is. I mean, it's not like a couple people do this now. Like there is a lot of people that are like,
It's a movement.
yeah, it's like sugar. Like don't get, and it's not all sugar. What is it? It's the certain kind of sugar. It's not like the
It's the high fructose.
High fructose.
corn
there's high
syrup.
fructose, but there's some people that don't want any sugar, any unnatural sugar.
Okay.
Like fruit, the sugar and fruit that's naturally in there is okay.
right, but like no like high
not eating
fructose.
cup-
No
Cupcakes.
donuts,
No,
or cookies, or like anything.
Or anything
good.
that tastes delicious.
Anything that's good. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Wouldn't
wow.
do
No juice boxes unless it's like.
No Kool-Aid.
No, if I'm not a parent.
No
you-
Capri Suns.
Oh, I couldn't live like that. Like you guys are parents. I mean, I feel like I've watched parents. They use it as like a bargaining tool. Like, listen, you can have this, but then you got to do this. Like, if you lose that, you know what I mean? Like that's one of your.
I mean, it's a definitely arrow in your quill. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, you try to get your kids to eat good food, and then like when you're done, you can get this. But then like you know they're always connivers, and you
but
know.
I mean, you know what I like, dude? A good old fashioned Snickers ice cream bar. And you know what? If my kids want to have an ice cream, eat fucking ice
Dude,
cream. You ate dinner?
I mean, I grew up on sugar. I mean, it's you definitely. I
It's
can
a-
see
it's a
the
choice. It's a personal
right. Like
choice.
too much of anything isn't good. But yeah, who am I to say like they can't have dessert when I'm sitting there stuffing my face?
Especially like if imagine like you, it's not even your house and like
Yeah.
No, yeah.
like it was like she was trying to dictate to them like what rules were going to go on in the house. Like, oh, if we're living under your roof, you're not going to have eating sugar.
But it wasn't like he was a dick and did it maliciously. He's like, oh, I got donuts, kids. Like, what fucking kid doesn't eat a
right.
donut?
Like, listen, if I'm going to stay here for free, you're
Yeah.
going to need to play by my rules.
right.
yeah. I'd be like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I read the article, and nowhere in the article did it say like he had to get a security deposit back because he's obviously paying no money to live there. His family probably felt bad because he's probably a loser. You know what I mean? He's like living with his. It didn't say he lost his job or anything. It was like, oh yeah, we just moved in with my parents. Like that's not something you do like when things are going good.
Right, yeah. You didn't just get signed for like a new raise or something where you're just going to live with your parents. Now he's in the back of his Subaru Outback hatchback.
yeah,
How's
yeah.
that?
Right.
How's that donut now,
Yeah.
asshole?
Right.
However,
They'll be going for that donut out of the garbage
how
in
about
about
you
a
just
week.
grab yourself by your penis and be like, hey, you know what? You got to chill out on the sugar restrictions.
Yeah. Someone's phone's
Who's
dinging.
getting
That's
texted, dude?
That's
Johnny
me,
Popular.
it.
Yeah, I give. Yeah, it's the same group message for like
So,
several weeks now.
oh, dude. So anyway, like major fucking news going on in outer space. So like this is something I didn't even know you could do, and like I think we need to get in on this. But Russia just claimed Venus.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard
Like,
about
Dude.
I read the article.
Dude, yeah, they claim it. It's so anytime Russia does anything, I do the right thing, and I call my buddy Mikhail Lemkov, aka Beezer, and say, "What the fuck's up with this,
Yeah.
dude?" And he said, "Dude, they called it before anybody else could." I'm like calling shotgun in a fucking car. Like, what do you mean?
He's like, dude, you're late to the game.
Yeah, right.
like the thing is, like I'd love to know like what's going to go on Venus. Like from what I've been taught my whole life, maybe it was a lie, but it was completely uninhabitable and way too fucking hot.
That's what I hear.
Buzz.
Oh shit.
You hear that?
What's going on, fellas? I hear a lot of Venus talk. How are
Olaf,
you?
what's up, buddy?
How you
Long
doing,
time no
buddy?
see.
I'm doing great. I won't be here on planet Earth much longer. If you haven't heard, they are named Olaf king of Venus.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations.
I was super excited. I sent it. Putin gives me pictures. Say, you sure you don't want to go? And I look at pictures. It's beautiful. I send you pictures, right? You see pictures of Venus?
You know what? I did get that text you sent me.
Looks like a sandals resort to me.
Yeah, I don't think that's Venus, bud.
What do you mean that's Sandal Resort?
That looks like
There's no palm trees on Venus.
I think that's the Bahamas, bro.
You're telling me Putin lied to me.
I would never say that.
He promised me I'd go up there and be plenty of beautiful women and Adderall and painkiller, and I would have time of life, and it would be best time ever. He showed me pictures of people having fun, said, you can sting whoever you want. He said, I would be first hornet in space. You're telling me this is lie?
I don't want to say it's a lie, but it looks an awful lot like Nassau, Bahamas to me, my friend.
I must call cousin Mishka, see if I can move back in. I should have done more research on this. I don't know how Putin fooled old Olaf, but it doesn't look like I'll be going to Venus anytime soon. Well, good seeing you, boys. It's time for me to buzz out of here.
Good to see you, Olaf.
All right, Olaf. Good luck with that.
Okay, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Are you sick and tired of partying with the same old, and getting the old, boring results? Looking for something maybe different? You need to try Espolon Tequila. 2 shots for a good time, 3 shots you might go get a package, and 4 shots you and your friends are getting on a plane to Vegas. Espolon Tequila, the official tequila of Greenfield's Finest podcast. Man, the other day I went to the hunting supply store and I got a cooter detector and it goes beep, beep, beep. And I'm driving through the south side. Next thing I know, that thing starts going off like crazy. Beep, 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 beep. It took me right into 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street. Man, that cooter detector is the best thing I ever bought. I ain't never seen so much cooter in my life. When I went in there, I couldn't believe my eyes. I never seen so much cooter. I went in there for the cooter, but then I looked at the menu and the food was delicious. Some of the best barbecue in the burg. Not only that, they had every drink I could ever think of. So 12 Whiskey Barbecues filled with cooter, barbecue, and good drinks at 1222 East Carson Street. Make sure you stop down if you like cooter, barbecue, and drinks. 10-4. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for all the support we've received from Greenfield's Finest podcast, but there's also other podcasts out there, too. One that we'd like to let you know about, Inquisitive Minds. If you're into things of the occult, Bigfoot, spaceships, aliens, anything to deal with conspiracy theories, anything to do with the circus, all types of weird stuff, please check out Inquisitive Minds podcast. It's very interesting. It's ran by a local guy named Johnny Smith. You can find Inquisitive Minds podcast on all the same platforms you find Greenfield's Finest podcast. So if you're looking for something different, please check out Inquisitive Minds podcast. Thank you. If you're having lawn problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems and the grub ain't one. It's 2020. Time to get your motherfucking lawn right. If it ain't tight, it ain't right. You best call Rosado & Sons. 412-521-9045. 412-521-9045. And get your motherfucking lawn right. Are you in the market right now for buying a house? Maybe in the market for selling a house. Have you heard about Carlson & Associates Real Estate Services? If you haven't, maybe you should check them out. They're located right here locally in Pittsburgh at 106 South 18th Street in Southside. A lot of people think that they only service the Southside, but that's not true. They handle all the Pittsburgh area, and they also handle property management too. So if you're looking for a good real estate company that's locally owned and locally ran, call Carlson & Associates Real Estate Services at 412-431-1718. That's 412-431-1718. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. It looks like it's Espolon time. The boys are about to hammer another shot. You ready, guys?
Yeah, I'm
go,
ready.
Go.
Cheers.
Shit goes down like water for you guys. That's good. Didn't you guys say you like it?
You know what? I tell you what, man. That's the only vodka or tequila I'm down with right there. It goes down smooth.
That's what's up,
Smooth
dude.
as silk.
Espolon Tequila, the official tequila, the Greenfield's Finest
hangover.
podcast.
No hangover is what they say.
No
That's
hangover.
what my buddy Misha tells me.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I don't know if people had seen this week. There was a former Pitt player, Carlos Krauser. He came out and wrote a book about Pitt and about his life. And what he was saying was when he went to Pitt is that players were shaving points. If you're out there and you're like, what's shaving points? It means there's a spread on the games. Say a basketball game is Pitt was favored by 12. Well, someone was like, make sure you beat them, but just don't beat them by 12. We're going to bet against you. And guys would miss shots on purpose, and they'd get paid so much money to do this. And he was coming out and like saying, and like firing on dudes, saying they were basically doing it for like $2,000 and stuff like that, which I'm like, oh, whatever. It's kind of a hard position. Like, it's easy to say, like, yeah, it's just unrespectable. But being in, I'm not saying you should do it, but like in college, if you win the game, if you're like, we got the win, we're getting the W, I'm going to miss a couple layups, and I'm going to get fucking $2,000. I mean, these kids got really no money coming in. I don't know. In my position, like, if I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah, I hope I wouldn't do it, but I can't say I you know what I mean? I can't say I definitely would.
I could see, like, you know, shaving points, especially you'd make a little scratch on the side, but $2,000, I think I'd need to go a little higher than $2,000.
Imagine being a 19, 18-year-old kid, though, when you're 19. When I was 18, $2,000 seemed like $1 million.
Right, but if you're at a decent fucking school, like, people are kissing your ass anyway. It's not like, you know, everything's for fucking. You ever seen the movie Blue Chips?
Right.
I assume that's real.
Well,
It probably is. It probably is.
And he was shaving points.
But they said, I was listening to one thing that was talking to this kid who did shave points, and he said some games he wouldn't even have to do anything because that's just the way it would go. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
he got paid anyway.
Right.
Though.
So, yeah, like, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It wasn't that hard to do. You know what I mean? A point here, a missed free throw here, throw a pass out of bounds.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But,
you know,
basketball would be the easiest because
absolutely,
like, basketball is the easiest game to score points in. So it's you're taking the most shots. Like I would say, like it would probably be like baseball. Like I don't know how. I mean, you could definitely shave points in any sport, but I would say like football would be the most noticeable. I mean, I would like if dudes just start automatically fumbling the ball for no reason.
But how many times you see dudes that just can't fucking hold on to the ball in a game?
Right.
That's a good receiver.
Football,
Just everything
football's
stone hands.
Yeah, football's hard because how does that running back even know? I mean, I guess he would know he's getting the ball.
Right.
But you know what I mean? To drop a pass when everything's going so fast.
Yeah,
is
you
hard.
can't make it look obvious. You can't just like fumble. You can't Tim Worley the whole game.
Yeah, like a basketball player to miss a layup, like, you know.
Or yeah, you're off. You're three.
Or like me, I miss a
know?
free throw.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I would think if the person who would have it the easiest to shave points would either be definitely a basketball player or an NFL kicker.
Yeah.
If I was a kicker, dude,
Would you shave him?
if I was a kicker in college and I was like a legend, someone like offered me like some big time loot,
Shank it.
wide left, wide left.
Yeah, but like, what if
Ray Finkel.
if you're a kicker, what if like you need that kick to make
That-
you an elite
Dude,
kicker
you're
to get
letting
to
like
the league?
70 dudes down when you miss an end of the game kick.
I'm
These
saying-
basketball players, if they're missing a free throw just to not cover the spread, that's a little more.
What I'm saying, yeah, I agree. Rosario
That's
hits
a lot less pressure.
Yeah, well, that's a lot less fucked up because you're not fucking over everybody.
Well, if you're
besides
the-
the people gambling.
Unless you're making a ton of loot.
But say you're the kicker, they're like, dude,
Make me an offer.
like, dude, we're up by 21 right now. Go out there. We don't want to punch another one in. We're gonna go ahead and kick the field goal. Dude, up by 21. It's the fourth quarter. The dude just like wide right.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect the game, but like, yeah, if the game's on the line, and like John said, there's 70 people counting on you. These dudes are all working hard, like, and you're willing to throw the game. That's different.
Dude,
I don't think any
you're
of
a
these dudes
heartless
threw a
bastard.
game.
Did you ever see these kickers after they miss a big kick in the game? How much money is that worth to you?
Oh,
Like,
dude.
it would have to be
When
like,
you're shunned, you sit on the bench by yourself like a leper.
what's your number? Yeah, like your whole team hates you. You ruined the season. What's your number you would have to be paid
Dude,
for that?
Boswell never ready to kill Boswell.
But he didn't mean like, you know,
100 grand.
I hope he was shaving.
what's your number?
Oh yeah, for like to let everybody down. Yeah, you got to come up. I mean,
Like a college football, like
100 grand. Yeah, especially if I'm not going to make it to the league, and I know this is my shot to make some.
right.
big
You're not
cheese.
doing it for like $5,000 where
No,
everybody
$2,000,
in the
fuck that.
university like hates you and
No,
like
I'll
throwing
I'll
darts at your
throw it,
picture.
Get 100 grand in transfer.
I think the big problem was where the dude was explaining was where these dudes were hanging out at. They were like hanging out in like Don Sasai bars, like the Matrix and shit like that.
yeah,
getting mixed.
he was getting a little specific.
Yeah, getting mixed in probably with the wrong people. And when you're out there and you're partying with dudes and you're like, start seeing these dudes who are big shots.
Yeah, he's buying you drinks.
Dude's
and
buying you
shit.
drinks. Like, dude, next thing you know, you're hanging out with the guy. He's like, dude, why don't you just, knock a couple points off the game? You're younger, you're vulnerable, you get kind of wielding. Like, all right, Carlos Krause was like, I would never do it. It pissed me off when dudes did it. But, I mean, like, to see how it happened, it kind of makes sense. Like, the dudes want to be part of this.
Maybe he
big
never
scene.
got asked.
Dude, he might have put the money in his pocket. Like, here, dude, before he even did it, now the dude's like, man, I kind of got it.
Or you're like,
right.
I just spent that $2,000
you're 18.
already.
This dude's, you're drinking at the bar. He got some hot chick. Oh, here, talk to her. He shaves you a fucking bump down. And he's like, here's an envelope. And he's like, just, hey, make sure you don't do too good this week.
Right. I mean,
That's hard to fucking pass up, dude.
I mean, but they've been shaving points forever.
Yes, his points were fucking being
The
shaved.
tale was old its time.
Right. I mean, what about the World Series that got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was that, like 1912 or something?
Yeah, 19.
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
dude.
that,
The
yeah.
money talks. But how about, like, I mean,
The
what
whole
about,
team
What
was
about
in
the
on that,
refs? Them refs can call a fucking foul anytime they want. That's why I like basketball. Gets on my nerves. Like,
Okay,
they
so
can call the most ticky tacky shit.
Which ref was be the easiest payoff? NFL. You do that
Yeah.
one Magnum PI play.
Yeah.
It changed the fucking game, dude.
Well, right. You're like, all right, like, say, like, for instance, last night, I noticed, like, I'm not saying refs were in or not, but there was a series where the Saints got 3 first downs in a row, and every single play got called back. That changed the whole outcome of the game.
Yeah.
Right,
It
dude.
went from them moving the ball from their 30 to the other 30 and being in field goal range and in time, you know what I mean, being like within striking distance to it's 3rd and 24, and some dude just got kicked out of the game. You know, and on a questionable call.
That's the easiest for the ref to throw.
Well, what about that Donaghy in the NBA? Basically went to jail for it, dude.
Yeah.
It was. Remember, it was like the Suns versus the Spurs, and like his calls were so bad, like teams were like looking at him like, what the fuck are you
even
doing?
the guys that got the call.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was that?
Well, dude, I mean,
He ended up going to jail.
yeah.
But like somehow the NBA wiped it under the rug.
and it's crazy because now that like sports book is basically legal almost everywhere, and they're getting involved with professional teams. Professional teams now are like partnering with places like DraftKings,
FanDuel's
and
your
FanDuel.
official sponsor
right?
now.
And it, like to me, that's just weird.
dirty.
Like, yeah, that's like kind of like you're really gonna dip the game in that, but like money talks. So for them dudes to take that money, it's like, oh, maybe they shouldn't have did that. We got like whole organizations,
That's dirty pull, my friend.
right?
Dude, you think about it, like on any NFL game, how much money is bet on like either side
Oh
of
my
it?
god,
I would
you're
say-
talking millions.
Well, I would
of
say now that
dollars.
we can pretty much, because I would say the illegal bookie, like the legal bookie is on his way out. I would say the majority of people now probably do.
I disagree with that because FanDuel's doesn't take credit. I could call my bookie
Right.
and be like,
You're saying
give
the
me
illegal bookie's on his
500.
way out.
I understand what you're saying, but like I just feel like due to the fact that they're paying taxes. And they're going to come out and they're going to start hitting these bookies harder. Like, if you get busted being a bookie, they're going to crack your head because they want everybody to switch to legal bookie.
Yeah, but that booking been around as long as whoring been around.
Right, and they made
what I mean?
whoring legal. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's like more and more people in the younger generation. It's like instead of meeting some dude, because it ain't like it used to be. Like, oh, I know this guy. You know, a lot now you're like sitting at your house, you want to put a bet in.
But you have to have the money for the bet.
I understand.
You know what I mean, you have like FanDuel doesn't take credit. You know what I mean? That you have to put that $100
Right,
up.
well-
I could call a dude from the run and be like, dude, give me $500 on a team, and I don't have a fucking dime to my name.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like the majority, though, I think of people are starting to bet online because I mean, online offers you
It's
way
just
more.
so easy.
And you can't get your legs broken.
Right, and it's like you can only lose what you have. Like you can't go fucking losing $10,000. You know what I mean? We got $74 to your name. Like, you know,
Well, like what I'm saying with it is when there's that much money on the line, for you think like when it's big corporations like that or have that money, that
Yeah.
they're not going to have any,
Right.
You know,
I mean, what if
they're
big
going to
corp-
win as much money as they can.
Right.
Corner the market.
So if they got, if you got to buzz a little, like a fucking sideline judge, like, dude, we need a PI right now.
that's what scares me.
Right, or yeah, exactly. So I
Money
mean,
talks, dude.
we'll see how it goes. I mean, obviously through our lives, there's been questionable calls. I mean, I think probably the one that sticks out to me the most within recent years was a couple years ago, and obviously it changed the whole NFL because they brought in replay on pass interference, but it was that shit that happened in that Saints game when that dude got his fucking head ripped off. The most obvious pass interference ever, and the dude just starts like waving his hands incomplete, and like I mean, every single person watching that game.
The dude that did it thought he was like, fuck. He even said
put
he
his
was.
head down.
He put his head down. He was waiting.
How
He was
much
like,
you think you got paid?
dude, that ref.
Yeah, you think he made any money off it?
I think he got fired, didn't he?
You think he made any money off it?
That's what I mean. Like you wonder, and
You
like
never know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And now with gambling so embedded with sports, every time these guys might honestly, they're human beings. They might make mistakes, but I feel like it's going to be way overshadowed by like everyone's going to have it in their minds that someone's getting paid off.
Right. If you drop a pass, now you're fucking, you're getting paid.
Like you said, it's easy. It's easiest for the NFL, but I feel like every NFL play on that gets so scrutinized.
Yeah.
Like in NBA,
ever since that shit.
But in NBA, like there's so many fouls. Like unless it's at the end of the game, everybody's gonna be like, forget about it in like 3 minutes.
Right. You're right, because the NFL film gets broken down probably a lot more than any other film. You know what I mean?
Well, like a big play penalty is way bigger than a foul in the first half.
Right.
Well, like you're in the film room, and do you really want to be in the film room and the whole team watching the things? Like, oh, what happened on that one? And it just shows dude just like, oh, and like, wait, what the fuck are you doing? You threw the ball on the ground. Forget about it.
Hot potato.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting topic. So I think at the end of that, like, say, like, not saying like where I'm at now, but putting myself in those players' shoes, I got to be honest. I probably would have took the money.
That's in a heartbeat.
Not saying I'm a scumbag and like, but like, yeah, I would probably took the money.
I'm saying maybe I am a scumbag, but I would definitely would have taken the money.
Yeah, don't gamble. No, I'm playing with pride.
Okay, so we're always gonna lie to us.
Yeah. Oh, he took the moral high ground.
Right. I don't play devil's advocate. Pour another shot.
All right. It's time, Espelon time. So, all right. So, Brother in Arms this week. I'm sure a lot of people seen this on Twitter. It was a woman who was getting like chased by the police. Would not pull the car over. Just kept going and going and going. But it was like a low speed chase. Finally, when they got her pulled over, they were like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "I'm gonna shit my pants." You know what I mean? Like, and like, what do you end up like if you're a cop? If you're her, like. Obviously, Jack told that one story. It was funny. If you never heard it, he's not here to tell it. But he basically he sat in his car and pissed his pants because he was driving on a suspended license and a cop was behind him. He was too scared to get out and piss. But, like, if you got to, like, shit and you're going to shit your britches, I mean, you got to go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying shit your pants.
Wait, I got a funny story about this. So a mutual friend of ours, one time, he's floating, right? Gets pulled over. Cop's like, what the fuck are you driving, 55 and a 25 for? And he's like, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to shit my pants. Cop's like, all right. So he runs up in the woods and pretends like he shits in the fucking woods. Comes back. Cop's like, all right, dude, don't drive like an asshole. Like, the game, like, was cool with it and let him fucking go.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad did the same thing when he was getting pulled over. He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta pee. And he like, you know what I mean? He's like, here's my address. I'll meet you there. But he was live, but
flick him the fucking license. Or no, take the shit first and be like, here you want my license. Like, especially in the coronavirus.
Just sit in your house and don't come back out.
Yeah. So I mean, like, dude, like that's like definitely something that could easily happen to like any of us. You know what I mean?
But the cop's human also. I'm sure there's a time where he's been like, oh my God, I have to take a huge shit right now. Like, I have to go.
She was actually, I'm looking at this right now. She was actually on a high speed chase. And yeah, but she said she was on her way. And now that I'm looking at a picture of her, she might have been going to get meth, dude. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit like not believing the shit story. And now that I see her too.
She looks like she's shitting in the picture.
Yeah. Right. Let me see. Maybe she did shit in the picture. She was trying to figure a way out of the situation.
But she know Burns too, then?
Yeah.
Is that who it was?
That's who it was, yeah.
It said this is...
He was like, officer, I have to shit right now.
It says 62% of men don't believe that women poop. So they did not believe her story.
If it was another dude and you're sweating, you'd be like, yeah, dude, you got to take a steamer.
It gets better. Then she upped the ante and said, it's my birthday. It's my fucking birthday. Yeah, that didn't seem to work. And then she says she was a Jehovah's Witness. So, like, she was obviously on meth.
Yeah,
we were right.
Yeah, she's fishing for ideas.
She's like, I got a shit. I'm like, what? It's my birthday. Okay, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, stick with the first line. Stick with it hard.
You should, honestly, in that position, just shit your pants.
She was like, have you accepted Jehovah into your life?
Yeah. That was a point. Like, she should have shit her pants, and she would have probably still had her meth pipe and everything.
Yeah, right. She could have put it in the woods where she took a shit, came back tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. That was.
I mean, a code red shit's fucking a serious thing. Z-Bird, dude. He was
brown.
Dude, he was cutting grass today. He's like, look, dude. As soon as we're done here, you got to take me to shit. I asked no questions. I said, where do you want to go?
Yeah. So
I've been in that.
When you
spot.
work outside, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
We're working over in Oakland, and I could see an Arby's at 12 o'clock, and I'm like, if you can get me that Arby's in 17 seconds, I won't shit my pants. So Risotto flies up to this Arby's. I jump out, run across the street, and mentally, I'm telling myself, like, I'm about to shit. Like, I'm having those shit contractions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where the baby's coming.
breaching.
Yeah, like, I'm like, dude, I'm going to shit.
2 centimeters
You're
dilated.
crowning.
But thank God I got the Arby's, right? Wrong. I go to open the door. It's 9:48. These cocksuckers ain't even
Open
open.
till 10.
So I'm like, I'm gonna shit my pants. And it was like God from above, like to shine lights on the CVS right in front of me, like, oh. And I'm like, oh my God, I go shit in CVS. So I ran CVS. Went in the back and like, dude, I would have hit the ladies' room if the men's room was locked. To be honest,
I was that desperate.
Oh, dude, it was coming out quick. And then you know what I mean. I made it there, and like when I got in there, I was a little impressed because how clean the bathroom was. It was like marble floors, and I stood there in awe, like this is a clean bathroom. And then I hurried up and pulled down my pants and pooped like immediately. It was like I was like giving birth to this turd. My legs were up in the air like you know what I mean?
Your ass didn't even hit the seat yet, and shit was just flying out.
Were you crying?
Like I had to like fucking do like a 360 spin move so the shit didn't hit the floor. I like pulled my pants down, just jumped midair. It was just dropping steamers from like 8 inches above it. Like
You did a nice pivot to take a nice deuce.
I shot. Yeah, the way I jumped on, I ended up backwards. I was like facing the toilet tank. You know what I mean?
You're riding like spider style in the slings.
Reverse cowgirl on the toilet.
Yeah, dude. And I love. Even Todd's laughing. Dude, but I mean, dude, if you're over in Oakland, like here's a heads up, CVS.
Don't be telling everybody that.
Now it's gonna be
Listen,
not the
I
next story.
know.
I love the fans. The fans need to know where the good bathrooms are at. Arby's is closed till 11, but the CVS across the street has a beautiful facility. Beautiful. So make sure you check that out. But yeah, it was a great, but it changes your whole life. Because like that moment before you shit, all you can think about is taking that shit. Your life's miserable. I hate Risotto. He's going to make me shit my pants. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, none of this is Risotto's fault. You know what I mean? I drank a milkshake last night and ate a half pound of cheese. You know
He
what I
ate
mean?
17 chocolate chip cookies in the morning.
And 14
Dude,
Capri
the
Suns.
funny thing is, we were at like cutting the grass at my house before we went to this other one. And then he this house was so small. He cut the back, came to the front. He's like, I got to shit as soon as we're done here. I got to shit. And I'm like, yeah, dude, say no more.
But I was like, you know what I mean? It was starting to get like the beads of sweat. The contractions were coming. I'm like, oh my God, my water's going to break.
The one time Steve Bird was working with me and my old man, and he had to take a shit. We were like forced.
Oh, let me tell you a story.
Go ahead. Speak on
so,
it.
so, dude, so I'm working with Shorty. At the time I was on drugs, you know what I mean? And I didn't get my drugs that morning, so I was gonna shit my pants. And I was like, Shorty's dad, I was like, I got to shit, and he was like, well, go find somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay.
We're like in a neighborhood. We're not anywhere near civilization.
No.
We're just like a cul-de-sac or something.
Yeah, and I noticed this pine tree, and I remembered as a kid, like you could lift up the branch of the pine tree, go under and hide.
And it's hollow, yeah.
So I was like, I'll go under there and take a steamer. So I go under there, take off my shoe, pull my sock off. I'm going to wipe my ass with my sock. Well, the neighbor from the tree was like right in the middle of like the two neighbors'
It was
yards.
shared property.
It was shared property. She sees this old Italian lady, goes, "What are you doing?" And starts squirting my feet. So I got like no. She goes, "You got no shoes." I was like, "I'm shitting under the tree, man. Let me go." My feet soaking wet. I'm like, I'm trying to dodge his hose.
My dad's like, "Where the fuck is Mike at?" I'm like, "Oh, he's getting." You can see his white ass over there underneath the tree. He's getting squirted by an Italian lady watering tomatoes.
I'm like, "Can I take a shit in peace?" Yeah, she gets to my tree. I was like, "Oh, dude." See, I just like wipe my ass
on my tree.
Yeah, obviously, we never got asked back to do any work there.
No, no, they let us finish, but it was like I was like, Joe. He was like, "You all right, boy?" I'm like, "I'm gonna need some of my pay right now, or I'm gonna keep shitting my pants all day." I was like, "I'm on the drugs."
She gave us a giant eagle blue bag. Like, hey, when you guys are done here, clean up underneath that tree.
Yeah, I was like, "I'll put my
Dude,
best guy on."
I know
There's a dookie and pine
somebody
needles.
that had a fucking co-red shit situation where they went into pointed their car and parked, went to the back of their car, went to the back and shit in a giant eagle blue bag.
That's code red, dude.
That's
code
code
red.
brown.
Yeah.
Right, because when you're dropping a steamer like that, I mean, there's no.
Their kid may or may not have still been in the car.
I made Mike fucking move construction cones. I pulled over to the construction.
what I remember, yeah.
I worked there and I
Yeah.
shit right on the hillside.
Shuley did a 21 Jump Street, like fucking got like 6 inches off the ground and like fucking cop rolled over this fucking guardrail and then like landed. He's like, "Just move the fucking cones," and he just like comes back up with one sock.
I was like, "Hey Mike," I was like, "Move them cones." I got to He's like, "What?" I was like, "Move the fucking cones."
Dude, I remember I was working. I stopped on like Bartlett Park. You know that porta potty?
Yeah.
Dude, I went in there and that fucking thing might not have been cleaned in like 6 months. And I'm like, oh my! Like I had to go, dude. I left.
No,
Dude,
really?
I was like,
You didn't pull the hovercraft?
I'd rather shit my pants.
You should have just
there was
put
no
your feet
hovercraft
on there and
because
just
it was like
hover.
handicap accessible, so the shit was too high for me.
Oh, yeah, you got little legs.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, there's no hovering for me.
Dude, this is the last shit story I'll tell, but this is a great one. So I'm working down at Macy's, and on the loading dock, they had like all these porta johns. This is when they were redoing the Macy's. And there was like this big goon that worked with me. His name was Ronnie, you know? And he was like a goof, and he was always getting in trouble and like just always doing dumb shit. But he called me on the phone, like, he's like, Mike, where you at? I'm like, dude, I'm down on the second floor. He's like, bring me some toilet paper, please. There's none in here. I'm like, dude, he's like, I can't get out of the bathroom. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't get out? So I'm like, whatever, dude. I kind of wanted to walk away from where I was at anyway. I'm like, all right, I'll go check on this dude. So I like go to hand him in the toilet paper, and it smells like death. And I'm like, and I notice that there, like his underwear's down, but it's not clean.
Oh,
So
He
he
shit all over himself.
and his arm is bleeding profusely up around his shoulder. So he's gushing blood. His pants are filled with poop.
He's gushing
and
blood
he's
and
asking me
poop.
for toilet paper. I'm like, dude. I'm like, dude, what the fuck happened? He goes, the damn thing's broke. I'm like, broke? It must be possessed. I was like, what'd it do? Scoop the turds out of the toilet and throw them back in your pants? Like, what the fuck happened, Ronnie? So I ended up like. I like had to get like he ends up coming out. His pants are full of poop still. He's gushing blood. I'm like, what'd you do? He's like, I didn't have no toilet paper. I couldn't make it to the bathroom. I shit my pants. So I tried to cut my sleeve off my shirt, and that's why he was fucking. He ended up getting 4 stitches in his shoulder. So he had no pants and like no. So I'm like, dude, I gotta give you like. So I had to lend this dude like $30 to go to the Army Navy store and get new pants.
He came back with some camos.
Listen what he did. He doesn't come back to work that day. So I forget about him because he's a fucking goof. I'm like, oh, where happened to Ronnie? He rode down to Pittsburgh every day with like 7 dudes. They lived up in fucking Greene County. They call me as soon as they get to the van, like, dude, we're leaving Ronnie in Pittsburgh. I'm like, why? Like, dude, he's just sitting in here. He ate a bunch of snacks. He took the money I gave him, ate a bunch of snacks, and sat in his shitty pants in their work van that now smells like fucking poo.
Oh, it's in the seats, cuz.
I was like, dude, why would you do that to yourself? And then he ended up going and getting stitches, and I guess he cleaned him up a little bit. You
They
know,
gave him
but-
underpants at the hospital?
Yeah, they gave him a hospital gown, maybe.
He wore those, like, netting fucking underpants.
I'm like, dude, why would you do that? And he's like a younger dude. He just like didn't grab. I'm like, bro, you can't be like dropping deuces on yourself in here. You know what I mean? This
Yeah,
isn't-
that's unacceptable.
yeah, like fuck the snacks, dude. Go wipe the shit off yourself.
was
Get
a-
cleaned up.
exactly.
He had to be on drugs.
No, that's the
No, you would
problem.
have spent that 30 on drugs.
He was a,
I would have respected him more.
he was
Yeah,
a, he was
30
a,
on drugs.
he was a very like immature 18. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about he almost killed him, cut his own arm off to wipe his ass. Like it was just complete insanity. But
Yeah, is he still alive?
dude, funny thing is, the kid ended up like getting his shit together. He's a jail guard down Florida.
Oh,
He's
Jesus
doing all right
Christ.
now. Yeah, but he hasn't pooped his pants since. Keep it up, Ronnie. You know?
Good job, Ronnie.
Ronnie, this is for you.
So, dude, all right, dude, we're gonna get to our corn dick of the week. This week, dude, I think it's a pretty easy. I get from all the shit I've seen from all the businesses and stuff, and I'm about everybody. I like to see everybody doing good, but these small businesses are getting crushed. Governor Wolf is I feel like he's relentless on them with everything I've seen. He's trying to up their thing to only 50%, but with that 50% comes a ton of responsibility. And it's like a lot of people are like, fuck it, I'd rather stay at 25.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess when you get 50%, you have to like quit
You-
selling
I don't know
alcohol
if you
at
have to.
10
I think you have to
o'clock
give
or something.
an hour back.
Yeah, that's
from what I understood.
If you have 25%, you can sell booze on premises till 11. 50%
Till
10
10.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Which is fucking complete nonsense.
Right, and you got these places already that are closing.
What a dumb fucking rule.
Right, these places are closing at 11, getting crushed because anyone of us here know businesses, especially in South. I mean, any bar, they're from 10 to 2 is your when you're making your money.
Right, especially with this COVID shit, dude. You need every fucking nickel that you
Yeah,
can make.
dude, people are just trying to break even to pay their bills
right,
to stay open.
Stay alive.
And like maybe I'm naive and I don't know enough about stuff, you know. So I'm like, but to me, I'm like, if you're gonna let them open, I'm not saying let them 100%, but let them stay open until 2 because
But what's that extra hour do? And you have 25% more people in there. and now you close an hour early. What the fuck difference does that make?
Well, that's
What's the scientific basis on that?
Well, that's the point. My thing is like, what you're gonna let more people in, but make them go home early? Like, how's that helping? And there's not even that. You're letting more people in, but like down at like certain places, they're telling me like if you're like down there watching a Steeler game, you have to remain at your table. You can't even get up and move around.
Yeah. You know what? I actually, I was at the airport and I was at, obviously waiting for my plane and went to the bar. This was in Texas.
Oh, obviously.
And you're not allowed to stand up at the bar. Like, you can sit down at the bar with no mask on and drink. You're not allowed to stand up at the bar and drink.
Wait a minute, guys. Hold on, guys. We got a phone call coming in. Hello, who's there? Dudes, what's going on, man? It's Billy Wolf. What's up with you dudes talking shit all this time?
What's up, Billy Wolf? How you doing?
No, fuck you, Shuley, you fucking four-eyed nerd. Every week I hear on the show, it's like, I listen to it, try to support you dudes, but you've been bashing me for weeks like, fuck Wolf. What'd I ever do to you?
Dude, we're talking about the Governor Wolf.
You're not talking about Billy the Wolf?
I'd never talk about Billy the Wolf bad.
Dude, I was going to tell you in the story exactly why, I basically am the governor of Greenfield, but if you remember not too long ago over in Greenfield, you couldn't buy alcohol at Kogo's. Well, thanks to me, Billy the Wolf, I went and got 10,000 signatures. I took that right down to the Congress, and that's why they got that orange sign in the window now. They're going to be selling Budweisers down there. You owe that to me. I went and signed a piece of paper. I'm no idiot. I ain't going to sign a piece of paper 10,000 times. So I signed it 100 and got 100 copies made, and I took it to the governor myself. I said, here, I want that fucking Budweiser in the store immediately.
You know what? I actually owe you a debt of gratitude, my friend. It made my life a little easier.
I mean, dude, thanks for your little. But anyway, another reason why I called in the show, I'm thinking I'm in the works right now with Netflix for making a movie. Everybody was like, dude, that Michael J. Fox ain't doing too good. It'd be Teen Wolf sequel. I said, Teen Wolf. What, we need Green Wolf, Greenfield Wolf. They said, dude, what's that going to be about? I said, what's it not going to be about? I said, what it's going to be, dude, is it's going to be me going down a local bar Dale's, go down there, hammer a couple Budweisers, maybe, and then after I get a little fireball in me, I turn into like a wolf, and I start firing dudes through drywall. You know what I mean? That's what we're working on with middle-aged wolf. So we got that in the works. But I'm glad to hear you boys ain't talking shit on me. I'm going to keep listening. Billy the Wolf, checking out. All right, dude, that was pretty interesting. So
I'm glad he called in, man. That was great.
Thanks for calling in, Billy. We appreciate you, brother. And yeah, we definitely have no problems with you. It's Governor Wolf. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're like me, we got the same thing in common. We're going to die. I don't want to leave my loved ones with a bunch of bills and debt, and then all they do is talk shit about me when I'm dead. I needed to make sure I had life insurance. Make sure you call Roman Financial Group and Carmen Mercurio at 412-862-5511. Carmen will get you all set up so your family doesn't hate you when you die. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in the light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Hey, what's going on, everybody? When Greenfield's Finest Podcast crew orders pizza, we only go to one place, and that's Capizzuto's Pizza, located at 505 Greenfield Avenue. Phone number 412-521-6570. Best pizza in Greenfield by far. Check them out. Me and my wife didn't know what to do. We had a gigantic tree in our backyard that we had to get cut down. I've never done anything like this before. Who was I supposed to call? Luckily, I found Greater Pitt Tree Service, a locally owned and operated company. They came out, got to work, and got it done in a safe manner, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Thank you so much, Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service. And they also do free work for World War II veterans. Please call 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're getting ready for your favorite segment, What's Grinding My Gears, which is brought to you by Manscaped. Don't forget right now, you can still order the Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0 and use promotional code GFP. You'll receive 20% off your entire order. The promotional code will be going on for a couple more weeks, but the sooner you get it, the better, because they're only allowing so many. So I would get out there, I would order it. I would swear on a stack of Bibles, my nuts have never been so smooth, and I've never been more sexually active with my girlfriend. She loves it too. So, you know what I mean? I'm just being honest. I'm going to tell the fans what's really going on. You know, it's a great product, so I suggest you go out there and use it. If you need any more information, message me. I'll send you pictures of my nads. But we're moving on to gear grinders this week. Shuley, what's grinding your gears?
All right, man. You know what? So usually Rosa is the basis of my gear grinders, but this time I got to let her slide, and my gear grinder is me coming up with these fucking harebrained ideas. Like, oh, I'm going to do this at my house, like these projects that I do.
Yeah.
And in my head, it's like boom, 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 couple days done. And it turns into a quagmire of depression and fighting with Rosa, dude. That's where I am right now, man. I fucking ripped down a wall in my living room, and it's like Dust City, dude.
So let's get. So in your head, I want to know, how long did you think this was going to take?
All right, so I figured on having all day Saturday, all day Sunday. The girls and Rosa were at my in-laws' house. I'm like, dude, I'm going to bang this out. I'll work fucking all night. I don't give a fuck.
Did you have a hand, or was it you?
No, dude, I went solo, dude.
Were you partying a little bit?
No, because then I fall off topic. You know what I mean? I'm worried. I want to tell you a story, and I start repeating myself. I just wanted to get the work done.
Right.
So I jumped into it. I ended up working late Saturday. Jumped into it late. I'm like, oh my god. So I'm banging it out, dude. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck did I? Now it's past the point of no return.
Like, you started it. I wish I never started this.
I fucking started like a lion, bro, like a champion. About 11 o'clock, I was like, what the fuck did I get myself into? You know what I mean?
So how much longer are we looking on this project?
Hopefully by the next podcast, I have everything together.
Well, that's not too bad then.
Yeah, I mean, that's like after work, I got a family at home.
Right.
So it's not like because the other night I was trying to work and one of my daughters always comes down and like, oh, Daddy, can I help you? Yeah, you can help me. Just don't fucking touch anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just get the hell out of the way. There's nails everywhere.
And then Rose's like, why are you yelling down here? Why are you yelling? Like, you know what? Why don't you get the kids upstairs? Like, hey, go to Dairy Queen. Here's $20. You know, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm already mad at myself for putting myself into this situation. Now I'm gonna deal with everybody else. And Rosa, you know what she does, right? So you almost done? I'm almost done. Like, I look like I was breathing in so much dust. It looked like I was like it was in my ears and my nose. Like I was listening to dust and snorting dust at the same time, dude. So you almost done yet? Like, go back to your mother's house.
Dude, that dust gets it'll take 7 years to get it out of everywhere in your house.
Dude, it made my skin dry, my lips are chapped. Yeah. I felt like I had fucking the Hazelwood flu the other day, dude. I was coughing up like chunks of dust. My nose was just gray, concrete. You know, it was rough. But
dude,
yeah, my gear grinder's Anthony.
Dude, I feel you on that. Like one winter, I was laid off, and I'm like sitting there watching the Home Improvement Channel.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All of a sudden, I'm like,
half an hour.
I'm like, I could definitely redo this bathroom all by myself
in one day
with no experience. And then next thing I know, it's like 3 weeks later. Like, we got to use this bathroom in the basement.
You're shitting in a bucket.
I'm just sitting in there by myself. Like, why? I got to call somebody. Like, who the fuck can help me?
Anybody know a plumber?
Yeah, right. Nobody's calling me back. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you could relate because that's.
I did damage.
I'm the fucking
yeah,
worst.
like I had my whole carpet was disgusting for me. Like taking all the garbage out of the bathroom.
Oh, dude, it's like so the project is one thing, but all the like collateral damage is like holy fuck. I did not realize. Like I did my upstairs or my living room. So everything, all my shit's down in the basement, and I just redid the basement. So I just cleaned everything from the dust I made in the basement, and now all the dust from upstairs just ran down
funneled
on
down.
fucking everything else. I'm like, I just cleaned this place. Now I gotta clean it again.
Yeah, dude, it's like that's like my lady seen me do like one project in the house and was like, "That's it, you're done." She was like, if you want to cut wood or do something like that, go out in the garage."
Right,
like,
right,
So
yeah.
like I set it up on the garage if I want to make. I was like, I'm gonna make this furniture, and she was like, "Knock yourself out." She come down like 3 hours later. There's broken boards everywhere. I got a screw sticking out of my hand. I threw my drill on the ground. And I'm listening to like, you know what I mean, like Young Jeezy, like you know what I mean. There's fucking sawdust
You
everywhere.
started fishing on fucking PS4 or whatever.
She was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to make this thing." She's like, "You gotta do this outside." She's like, "You're like creating a mess. Look at this place." So she was like, "This is it with the inside project." So like, I'm like, "All right." So I like took my shit on the road. I go in the garage now.
That's the different. Rose is like, she gasses me up, like, "Yeah, Anthony, you could do it. You could do it." And she's like, "Are you done yet?"
Yeah, you're like,
Like, fuck. She's calling me like every 10 minutes on Saturday night. Send me a picture. Like, I'm going to send you a picture of me swinging from the rafters because I'm way in over my fucking head right now.
"Oh,
Let's
nice."
just burn this fucking place down.
Yeah, like,
That's always my answer when I get frustrated.
Did you pay the insurance?
Yeah.
Dude, what do you got cracking this week, Rosado?
All right. So I know I do this too, so I probably grind other people's gears. But nobody wants to hear about your fucking fantasy team. They don't. They don't. Like, they listen. They like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good pick. Nobody cares.
Who's your quarterback?
I don't care." Yeah, right. Nobody cares about mine. It's, you know what I mean? Like, I'll listen to you to, like, play the game, and then I'll tell you my back. But, like, deep down, neither of us really give a shit
No one
about
listens to
anybody's
each
team
other.
but my own.
Okay, this all reverts back to John being mad about
Now,
the team.
if I had a better team,
yeah,
maybe I'd feel differently. But
you'd be in fancy
But
football
nobody wants
chat rooms
I don't want to tell everybody how I drafted the fucking Gronk and Le'Veon Bell this year.
in the second and
James
third
Conner.
run.
And James Conner and Emmanuel Sanders.
Manuel Sanders did decent last night. He had one
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
for
one
negative
catch.
4 yards.
Yeah, he should be cut from the fucking team.
From the league.
Yeah, he should retire.
That is true because like dudes will start telling you about their and like you know they're killing it because no one talks about their shitty fantasy football team. Like my dude, like Yogi, like dude, I didn't even really think dude was gonna do that good this year. He put up like 50 points.
Dude, you'll be talking about our league, then I'm like, but in Vin's league, you know, I got the way better team. I don't even care about this league. Like, shut up, dude. Your team stinks in both leagues. I talked to Vinny. I know it does.
Did you talk to him?
No, I just made that up.
You
But
called him.
in my mind, I know that's how that conversation will go.
Yeah, and then but I mean, dude, Vin might think it stinks, but dude, ask Leon. Leon will tell you it's good.
While you're shaving his back.
he definitely would need a Manscaped lawnmower 3.
Well,
Yeah.
like I'm sure. I can't believe Leon hasn't hopped on this one.
Yeah,
He might need something a little more powerful. He might need the.
He needs
4.0.
to
Dude, I'm telling you,
He needs the steel.
you can shave everything, your chest, your arm, everything, dude. It takes care
Does
of
it
all.
cut
cut
battery life?
Does it
Yeah.
cut barbed wire?
Yeah, dude. It can sand down that concrete at your house, dude.
I imagine like as Leon's cutting like the other half of his back, like the first half starts growing back already. Like there's no catching up.
Chia.
Dude, that's like one dude I'd like to see like get like waxed. You know what I mean? I would pay
Oh,
money.
dude, he's bleeding. He's
Oh,
definitely bleeding.
That'd be like giving birth, dude, ripping them hairs out. You know, since he's like, I've had this chest hair since Mo gear,
Well, what's grinding your gears, Michael?
dude. So anyway, being in traffic. And then, like, my biggest thing is, like, we're in traffic today. We're on 376, and we come to a halt. And it's like, what the fuck? The thing that grinds my gears is when there's someone in front of you, and they're clearly on their fucking phone, not paying attention, and traffic picks up because the truck that was we're past it now. And they cause a clusterfuck. I'm like, get off your fucking phone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the
Like,
worst.
are you that important in your brain that you think you should hold me back from going home? Like, I get it. You're texting a dude. You're telling him, like, yeah, that's a nice dick pic. But you know what I mean? Like, fucking get it moving, babe.
You know what kills me though is like, 90% of the time, like they're checking Facebook.
They
or
are.
They're checking
Right.
Twitter or something. Like, just fucking drive.
Because while they're doing that, I'm driving up the high level bridge, looking in traffic over at them to see what the fuck they're scrolling through like the news feed. Like, what are you
I
doing?
came through Homestead the other day, and this guy, like, the light turns green, and he's like lagging behind, you know. And I'm like, okay, I get it. So I caught every light. So after like third light, I beep, and I pulled next to him right at the bridge. And he's all jammed up on something special, you know. And he's like, I was on the phone. I was like, dude, this ain't the time for the phone, asshole. Like, hang the fuck up. And he's like, no, enough while he's talking to me. I was like, man, you look really good, dude. He's like, fuck you. Like, dude, you're sitting at a green light still, cuz. Like, I'm all right down the bridge. You're over there on the fucking nodding off.
Or like the other people that drive me nuts too are the people that are walking, but they have headphones in. You know what I mean? They're clearly not paying attention to where they're walking. You'll be trying to make a right somewhere, and they decide they're going to cross the street. And it's like, you're like, they stop you from making that right. Now you missed the fucking light, and they're halfway up the road. You're like, God, I mean, come on.
And
now.
the worst thing is, they didn't even know you were there.
No.
They have no fucking clue to you.
Dude, them Pitt students in Oakland, they'll just walk off. I'm like, you trust me more than you should.
Yeah, like, dude, your mom didn't tell you, like, that white line isn't like
especially with everybody texting and driving. Like, how do you know some other idiots?
Exactly.
Texting and walking, texting and driving, dude. You know what?
It's a deadly combination.
Dude, you know what I wonder if, like, similar from, like, 20 years ago, you know what my dad used to do? At a red light, he would open the newspaper and start reading the fucking newspaper. I swear
He's
to
checking
God.
his stocks.
Dude, I don't know. Just reading the whole, that's what he used, you know, and then the light would turn green, he'd fold it back up.
Like, oh, you believe Curtis Martin got drafted?
Yeah, right.
But dude, yeah, like, I mean, I get it, like checking your phone in a red light. I definitely do that. But checking your phone at 376, dude, like, come on,
Right,
man.
while you're driving, dude, like, see how many likes you got on your
Right.
fucking post of
None.
your Eggs Benedict this
Right.
morning? Come on, grow up.
Right. No one cares that you're having a tough day.
Yeah, not one motherfucking person.
But that's why we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. What's going on, everybody? It's almost that time of the year where you got to go get your sidewalks or your steps fixed. And I don't trust a lot of these idiots out here right now. I really don't. Thank goodness Giuseppe and Sons is in the area, and they're always on the job. If you're looking for any type of masonry work this season coming up, please call Giuseppe and Sons, 412-421-6711, and make sure you tell them Rocco sent you, huh? If you're like me, I bet you have the same opinion. Are you sick and tired of smoking hot chicks and delicious chicken wings? Well, I know I am. So if you are too, make sure you stay away from bootleggers over in Oakland at 403 Semple Street. Because all it is delicious chicken wings, cheap drinks, and smoking hot bartenders. That's bootleggers at 403 Semple Street over in Oakland. Over and out. I don't know about you, but I ain't got time to be packing boxes and moving stuff all the way around the tri-state area. I just don't got time for it. But I gotta move. What am I supposed to do? Thank goodness I found out about Miracle Movers. Fully bonded and insured, serving the Tri-County area. And they go long and short distance. I just found out they do commercial delivery too. That's Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620. 412-419-2620. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, if you're looking for a fun night out in the South Side and you don't want to get punched in the face, check out Finn McCool's at 1501 Carson Street. Go there, have a good time, and don't get punched in the face. Finn McCool's, 1501 Carson Street, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Oh, man, I don't know if you guys have ever felt like this, but I woke up this morning, and my toilet's running. I can't get it to stop running. My water bill last month was double. I didn't know what to do. Thank goodness for Niscatch Plumbing. I called them, they were there right away and took care of the problem, and it didn't cost me hardly anything. They're registered master plumbers and fully insured. That's Niscatch Plumbing. Phone number 412-337-4047. 412-337-4047. Thank you, Niscatch Plumbing. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. Welcome to our segment, What Would Greenfield Do? Whoop, whoop. So we're going to get kicked off with the first question today. It's a pretty good one. All right, guys. Would you rather wear winter clothes in the summer or summer clothes in the winter? I mean, I know my answer.
Go ahead. You want to go first?
You go.
All right. So, me, I would honestly rather wear winter clothes in the summer.
That's your answer?
Yeah, I am because, you know, I mean, I work outside in the summer all the time, and I try to, like, wear, you know, no sleeves and everything like that, but I think that's a fallacy. You got to wear the long sleeves.
Right.
Then your sweat absorbs into it. The wind blows, you cool down. You don't get the sun beating on you.
Well, you just said though you'd rather wear summer clothes in the winter. You
Is that
meant
what I said?
yeah.
I'm sorry. I meant winter clothes in the summer.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Run that back, Todd.
Replay.
No, honestly though, yeah, because
No,
I don't know, dude. Being cold fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's a tough question, dude.
Like I hate the cold. I don't know about you guys. I
Yeah.
fucking hate it.
that's what I was saying before too. Like I hate the cold way more than the heat. Even though the heat beats you up, and there was a stretch this summer, it was like 3 weeks where it was fucking
Like 90.
Yeah, like even like we saw his dad was like letting us go home a little bit early. It was fucking brutal. And like imagine wearing winter clothes then. But I hate more than anything is being cold. Like I
When you can't warm back up, like my toes are
Right.
cold, send me home.
right, when your 9 toes are cold, you know.
Yeah, well, if the half gets cold, that's when that's the first one that gets cold and it fucks everything up. Cause
See, that's a tough question for me because, like, so you're gonna be a hot, sweaty mess in the summer.
but you're
Right.
gonna be a hot, sweaty mess anyway.
Yeah, but that's like, I don't know.
Well,
That's really it's like one's really uncomfortable, and then being cold is like fucking
Really
torture.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, but no, like say I'm like at a Steeler game and I don't wear enough clothes, I'm sitting there like shivering. Like,
You
that
can't
sucks,
enjoy the
too.
game, yeah.
But I can't enjoy it either if like I got a fucking winter coat on and it's 90.
right. I mean,
It's
dude,
a no-win situation.
it's like the law of like bigger white dudes. They wear shorts in any weather.
Any weather.
Yeah,
You know what? You know what?
Yeah, Todd,
yeah,
yeah.
Todd.
You know what? Do you know when like in Pittsburgh when winter's about to be over, when you start seeing dudes wearing like cargo shorts and it's like fucking
Cargo shorts and a
February
hoodie.
still? Yeah.
If you go downtown, like when I was
what I'm
working down,
Johnny got that.
I was working downtown at Macy's, and it would be like fucking 13 below zero, and there would be like big white dudes going to the methadone clink with mesh shorts on, like just straight, like they just didn't give a fuck. And I'm like, damn, dude gotta be freezing. I mean, his legs like turning purple, and dude's like, no, man, I'm actually hard as hell, and he's sweating. I'm like, okay.
That's because he didn't get his fix yet.
Yeah, no, it'd be the other way around if he didn't get fit. He was already methadoned up, so he was like, yeah, he could handle the cold better. That's why they gave methadone to all the soldiers back in the day. You know what I mean? Keep them all warm and toasty with a tank top on. It was fucking 14 below zero hot. But yeah, so what are you saying, Troy? You're saying winter clothes in the summer, right?
Absolutely.
I'll say winter clothes in the summer too.
Oh, you are? So
I mean-
we're all three in agree. I thought you were going the other way.
I hate them both. So that's it.
John's like,
It's really a tough one for me.
I'm gonna be
yeah.
be a nudist.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking? Are we just talking about like a long sleeve T-shirt and jeans?
No, I'm saying yes.
I could do that. I could do that in the summer.
Well, I don't know, because like winter clothes, but I'm thinking about like, okay, let's picture it this way. What are
A
you going to
hoodie.
wear in the coldest day of the year? That's what you'd be wearing in the summer.
Yeah, you're wearing.
So
a
it's
hoodie
not a
and
long,
some
I'm lying. It'd be
It's a-
thermals. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Long underpants.
It's crazy. Yeah, I guess I'd wear summer clothes in the winter.
Yeah, the more I think about it, I mean, but I'm still going to stick with Shuley and stay warm. You know what I
Stay
mean?
warm.
Yeah. Stay warm.
So I got one more. This is a fucking great one. If you could play for one fictional sports team, who would it be? I mean,
that's a fucking.
dude, I know mine right off the bat. I mean, for me, I'm gonna have to say Major League, the Cleveland Indians.
Dude, no, I was just fucking thinking that. That is a great one, dude. You got a bunch of legends with you. Dude.
Oh, dude,
You got Wild Thing.
you got Wild Thing. You got the fucking catcher, the wise catcher. You got
Willie Mays Hayes?
Yeah. You got the fucking big giant Joe Boo, dude. You got
You got a Pedro Serrano.
you got the other dude who's like the pitcher, the old head pitcher who wipes boogers on the ball still. That legend.
That sandpaper.
The funniest like part of that movie was like for me was whenever like the little shot was there for Joe Boo, the little statue, and he drank. He said, "Up your butt, Joe Boo." Walked down the field and got crushed with a fucking
Yeah,
baseball
right in
bat.
the sand. That's a pretty good team, dude.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a good time, dudes. We're having fun. What are you guys thinking? Football?
Good, Johnny.
What do you got?
Me? I mean,
Does it have to be like a major league team?
No,
Just
any-
any-
fiction- it has to be a
any-
fiction.
I'll make it
fictional
any sports team from any movie you guys ever seen.
you want me to go?
Good,
I
if you got one.
on
Good,
deck,
if you
dude.
got it.
I'm gonna go back to last week's episode. I'm gonna be a mighty duck, dude, playing with Goldberg,
That- you
the
could-
goalie.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could do
You know
that.
what I mean? But I'm gonna be the star. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be the rich kid that got put on the shitty team and fucking kills it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's it.
Mighty Ducks? No, nobody. No.
Yeah.
And then me and Goldberg will smoke some meth. Big deal.
No, I mean, dude, don't. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, you know what I mean? Like, what it would be like in the locker room of the Mighty Ducks. Like, I just don't think the kind of guy you are, sure, you like to turn it up. And, like, I don't know
So does Goldberg. Emilio Estevez is a legend.
But you might be able to party with Emilio for a little bit if his brother Charlie.
Yeah, that's what it says. Is his brother going to be an assistant coach?
So, like, yeah, I kind of feel that. But, like, you know, I mean, the Mighty Ducks, I mean, I don't think they were getting a ton of coups.
Well, I didn't factor the coups into this. Nobody asked about coups.
Well, no, I just said if you could play on any fictional. But Mighty Ducks actually a pretty good answer.
You threw me on the spot, man. That's what I got. Dude.
Yeah, I wish you'd have gave me
fucking
more.
say
I wish you'd
something.
have gave me more time to think about this because this is. Can I play with the dudes from the Sandlot? Because like when I was a kid, like that always wanted like.
Who, Benny
I'll
the
let you
Jet
play
Rod?
with-
Are they-
You talking about-
yeah.
you talking about Benny the Jet Rodriguez?
I'm talking about me being Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Okay. I'll be Squints.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could beat them.
I wish I had more time to think about it, but that's the only thing that's coming up right now. I can't. Yeah, I guess I'll go with the Sandlot.
I mean, I'm surprised. Now I'm gonna give you 2 answers. No one said.
Well, you sat on this for 7 hours.
Yeah, no
you
one,
gave us
neither one of
30
us
seconds
knew
to
this.
answer.
He's crushing us.
I thought I told you on the way over here.
No, you didn't.
Well, I mean, dude, I would have definitely thought that. Remember, the Titans would have got brought up. I would have thought the Titans.
I was gonna say the Bad News Bears.
Yeah,
Bad
I was
News
thinking
Bears-
of Bad News Bears too.
So you want to change your answer? To Bad News Bears?
I'm still going Mighty Ducks, bro.
Are you?
Absolutely.
The Sandlot though is like one of them fucking like. I liked Mighty Ducks growing up, but the Sandlot like was one of those movies. It's like a timeless classic.
Oh,
Like,
it's definitely a class.
Because when it came out, we were like that age.
and it was right the age we're at, and then like our like older dudes, like parents, uncles, everybody was like they related to because it was from back when they were younger.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
their shit.
It was a good father son movie. Like if I would have had a dad, it would have been a great movie for us.
Yeah.
The Longest Yard. Yeah.
The Longest Yard's a good one. The
Sure.
original's a really good one.
So that's the thing. Like you're on that team. That's great. The movie was awesome. But after the game, you're going back to Cell Block
Wait,
C.
I got a good one. What's the fucking the old school hockey one?
Youngblood.
No.
Slapshot.
Slapshot.
Yeah.
That's a good team to be on, huh?
Yeah, they were cut ups.
Truth be told, I've never seen that movie.
Well, you need to do yourself.
It's like a parody comedy.
Yeah.
But it's like what, late '80s, early
Space Jam.
Space Jam. He wants to dunk with Bugs Bunny and MJ.
Yeah.
There's like I'm trying to think. There's like so many more. There's like,
Any given Sunday, you could be on a team with Steeman, Willie Beeman.
oh, that would, you know what, dude?
Pacino's your coach.
Think about that. Like going back to
Hanging out with LT.
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor.
when he was smoking cruise.
Why-
Yeah.
I don't want
clean
afterwards.
Yeah, I don't want
want-
clean Lawrence Taylor.
Absolutely. No. What about this? The was it South Central Louisiana State Mud Dogs?
Yeah.
Shay was on, dude. That's a good team.
That was a major fucking squad.
Dude, what about what's that? Unnecessary Roughness?
Oh,
The
that's,
Texas
the
State
Iron-
Armadillos. Yeah.
dude, that might be my favorite.
Jason
one
Bateman's
right
in
now.
that.
Dude, the whole time in that movie, I'm like, when are they gonna? I was like 10. I'm like, when are they gonna take a shower with her?
Oh my
She
God.
has to shower with them. You know what I mean? Like that's from like being like 10 years old, being a creep already. Like well, she's gonna have to take a shower. She was sweating during the
She
game.
was actually pretty hot in that movie.
She was pretty hot.
Fucking real hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck we thought? I mean, she's no Christina Applegate, surely.
Who is though?
Shirley just made the fucking best statement on the party. She's like, I'm gonna let you guys in on something. I thought Kathy Ireland was rather attractive. Like, she was a fucking supermodel.
She could kick the ball.
She's no Marla Hooch, but I mean, holy fuck.
Marla Hooch. You know what? That's another good.
You want to be on them team?
Yeah, dude. Fucking.
I wouldn't mind being Tom Hanks, I guess.
Yeah, dude. I'd be banging them all. But you like that blonde one? Like, you want to
Uh,
start?
what-
You want to
League
be
of Their
starting
Own.
shortstop?
League of their own.
This
Yeah.
is Georgia, yeah. she was
Madonna. Hell, I'd give it to fucking what's that?
No, you
fat
wouldn't.
chick's
No,
name?
you wouldn't give it to Rosie.
Rosie
No,
O'Donnell.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you
no.
would. You give her.
Would
a
you give
good-
it? Would you bang Marla Hooch?
I mean, if it was dark enough. If it was
That's a
sundown,
yes.
if it was a night game.
Yeah. after cups of shots of the Espelon.
Oh,
you
the
bet.
Espelon shit, dude. I'll bang her old man.
Well, the thing about this was like I knew it was going to bring up good conversation. I mean, like you didn't have to nail the
Yeah,
part.
like dude, like my mind is still going.
There's
Like,
a
I'm
lot
not-
of good
I'm not
sports
100%,
movies
yeah.
out there, man. Like fictional
Dude,
sports.
I'll tell you one thing. Like now that we're thinking about it, like probably like if I was a huge baseball fan, fucking Field of Dreams.
I was thinking
If
that
I-
that was a great fucking movie.
It was a great movie. Like I'm not like I'm thinking more of like the having fun perspective, but like if I was like, you know, it would definitely been Field of Dreams.
And we were talking about shaving points, dude. You got Shoeless Joe Jackson out there. He's
Yeah.
shaving fucking points for the White Sox or whatever it was back in the day.
What about Blue Chip?
Blue
Blue
Chips
Chips,
was
and we
good.
brought that up
I was-
also.
Right, you'd have been out there with Shaq. I'm a
Any
huge
chance to hang
Shaq.
out with Shaq is and Nick Nolte. I'm a big Nick Nolte guy.
Huge Nick
Well, no,
Nolte
but
guy.
the greatest part is when he's like looking through it and he's like, and he grabs it. He's like, "You shaving points?" Like, Coach, I didn't mean to, man.
Yeah.
Surely, I thought she was like, you know what else? I would have played on the Ladybugs. You know what I mean? Rodney Dangerfield's actually kind of funny,
He's like,
guys.
he's like, all I know is I got a lot of balls.
Oh, dude. Well, dude, that was a great episode, everyone. Before we get out of here, we just want to thank everyone for all the merchandise you guys purchased. I'm sure everyone will be getting it this week. Make sure you post them pics when you get it. But it meant a lot and it helped us out a lot. Also, we're involved in a Halloween contest. We're supporting the Funniest Costume Prize. It's a $50 gift certificate to Lumberjacks, and what it is, it's going to be for kids. And we started posting some of the information, so check it out on Facebook on our friend page. You'll find it, and it'll tell you everything you need to do. The contest starts October 17th, runs till October 30th. I think probably October 5th. We'll have the results of that contest, find out what place we came in and everything. And you guys have anything else?
No, man.
My happy birthday to my dad. He'll be 50 years old on Saturday.
Happy birthday.
Big John.
Happy birthday to also happy birthday to three-time guest Aladino Denardo.
Happy birthday, Dino.
Happy birthday, Dino.
Yeah, and one more thing, everyone, if you could remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we've been getting them views up, and we really appreciate it. So everybody have a good week, and remember, Greenfield loves you.